Hey there, welcome to a brand new episode of Muzikxpress. My name is Twan, and in this week's vlog you will see my interview with François Prijt, aka Chosen Few, about his classic Name of the DJ. But before we start with the interview, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and very important, also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. And if you enjoy my interviews and you want to support Muzikxpress, you can do that via one of the links in the video description. Every donation is very much appreciated. Alright, here it is, the story behind Name of the DJ by Chosen Few, my interview with François Prijt. Enjoy! François Prijt is a Dutch DJ and producer who is active in the scene since the early 90s. He's mostly known for his project Chosen Few, for which he did tracks such as The Break, After Hours, Tranceparent, and of course, Name of the DJ. Name of the DJ came out back in the year 1995 via Amsterdam-based label Mokum Records. And now, 30 years later, this track is considered one of the biggest hardcore Gabber classics from that era. For this week's vlog I sat down with François to ask him about the story behind Name of the DJ and more. My first question to him was how old he was when he started to listen to music.
Since I was a teenager, 11, 12, I think.
Okay.
What I can remember.
Yeah. And do you remember some of the bands or the acts that you did listen to back then?
Mostly what was played on the radio.
Yeah.
Just, 80s music. No. 80s music, and then one night there was a graffiti documentary in 83, I think, on the Dutch TV. Then we were, all my friends were watching that documentary, Star Wars, and there was music in the documentary, and we were like, what's this? The electric boogie. Then we were hooked. We were like, what's this?
Yeah.
And we went outside after this documentary with markers and just the child markers and everything, with writing everywhere.
Yeah.
And after that we were searching for that music because it was so different than what we heard all day on the radio. And I think it's also where it started for me with strange music.
Yeah, but do you remember which band or which act it was, or which?
No, not really. I think maybe Africa Bombata or something like that.
Yeah, like the early house, hip hop break stuff.
Yeah, no, the hip hop came later, in around 88, I think.
Yeah. So how old are you?
87, I think. I'm more Public Enemy and so on.
Oh yeah. Beastie Boys maybe?
Yeah, I was not really a big fan of Beastie Boys. I don't know why. Maybe the crossover what they did. I loved the crazy sounds. I was always into crazy sounds, like also 80s music. The maxi singles, I always listened to the B-sides because there was the extended mixes and crazy little sounds. And I loved crazy sounds. That triggered me. It's like, this is cool.
So how old were you when you started making music yourself?
I think 86, 87. On a Commodore 64.
What's the program called?
I have no idea. It was especially programmed for us, for a few guys.
Okay, so it's not like something that everybody could get.
No.
Okay, so are you classically trained, or did you learn everything yourself?
I learned everything by myself. In the beginning, it all sounded shit and everything.
Yeah.
But I was so hooked on music. kept trying, and people started to like some tracks. So I thought, I'm in the right direction, and continued building on that. So getting better and better. I cannot read any notes or whatever. I cannot play keyboards.
You just play by ear.
By feeling what's in my head. I can make everything what's in my head. I can put it on the screen in my door, but I cannot make whole melodies like I have this and play it out. I just try on my keyboard, and
if it sounds right, it sounds right.
It sounds right, and then maybe I have to put some keys, little notes on the right.
At the right spot.
Yeah, so it will sound musical.
Yeah. So, do you recall your very first ever release?
My first release, that was Mokum 3.
Okay.
That was the EP Freedom.
Yeah, but that was also already as Chosen Few, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, is there a story like behind the name Chosen Few?
Yeah. I had to come up with a name because the release was planned. And Fred Berghout from Mokum Records called me. We need an artist name. I said, oh shit, yeah. I told him, I will call you back. Okay, and I remembered I taped a series on the Dutch TV. And I wanted to use those samples for another record or something. I don't know why I recorded it. I was always reading what the episodes of the series are about. It was about a gang, so I thought, cool samples probably. Just on a cassette tape. And I was listening it back. And it was called, the series was called Stingray. There was a tough guy in a black Stingray car.
Yeah.
But in that episode, there was a gang, and there was one guy, and they went in an underground concrete warehouse or something, and this guy was yelling, "We are the chosen few," and I was like, "Yeah, that's cool, a cool sample." I was like, I used chosen few, so I called Fred back. I chose a few, okay. And I thought it's just for now, for the first release. And now we'll come up with another name. Like every DJ in the 90s did. I come up with another name.
Well, we're like 30 plus years later now, and yeah.
But no, I stick to the name. And the record came out. I got my contract on my birthday, 5th of February, 1993. That was the best birthday present.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So, do you remember how you did discover like the Gabber, the hardcore sound?
Yeah, that was probably a little bit before. It was called Hourz. It was not called. There were no boxes like hardcore, Gabber, whatever. It was just Hourz. We all call it house music. I don't know where the term came from. Everybody called it, house music. There was, of course, you had breakbeat. What's drum or bass now? Or jungle. House music, trance. What I was going to Elementenstraat, the illegal multi-groove parties in 1991 or so. That was a bit the first parties in Rave the City.
In The Hague.
Den Haag, yeah. That was also in 92 or something. I had my first big party or so. And I was like, yeah, this is cool. I was not really into it because I was producing hip-hop for friends. And my friends say, why don't you make this music? I said, yeah, it sounds simple. So It's only the four beats, boom, boom, boom. And I used to sample children
TV shows.
TV shows and just put it in for fun. And my friends were laughing. It's cool, man, cool. And somehow I slipped into in that house music, what later became Gabber in maybe '93. The terms became
then people started to call it like hardcore, like Gabber.
Yeah, hardcore Gabber, hard techno or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not so into boxes, no.
No, exactly.
But if you have to explain to someone what kind of music, then it's easy to say hardcore.
Yeah. So during the years you released tons of tracks and remixes, but I think the most famous Chosen Few track is Name of the DJ, which actually turns 30 years old this year. Were you influenced or inspired by something when you started to work on Name of the DJ? Like, did you have the samples in mind first or something else?
No, not at all.
So how did you start?
I was making music every day. And in between that, I was playing at parties all over the world. Most of the times I came home in the middle of the week just to get clean clothes.
Yeah.
And then to the airport again, Amsterdam, Schiphol, and then next party, Italy, Switzerland or whatever. And I slept maybe when I was at my house. My studio was next in my room. There was another. My father built a room in my room, so it was open, soundproof. I could make music at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
As loud as I wanted. Nobody heard me.
Yeah.
But I slept mostly three hours a night. One day I was sleeping. I woke up and I had the whole fucking track in my head. Name of the DJ. I was like, what's this? I went straight from my little mattress in the room, just 1 meter, jumped in my studio, and I produced the track in like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, that's very fast.
Yeah, I had it in my head when I woke up. I don't know why. I have no idea.
Yeah. But yeah,
that was just the standard layout for the track. The other things came later. The kick, the sweep, and everything. But the template for the track was in my head. I have no idea. But it
was just like in your head.
I had to put it in the studio right away.
Yeah. And then the samples came later, I guess.
No, the samples, everything. It was in my head.
Your head, okay.
I knew exactly which record I'd take for the Public Enemy samples, the Mentronics sample, Roxanne Santé sample.
Yeah. Oh, so you actually had those records like on vinyl?
Yeah, so on vinyl. I was into hip hop, so.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's funny. So, yeah, what kind of equipment did you use for the track?
I had a Nordlead, the first one. The first one that ever came out, the red one, Nordlead. Producers know what I mean.
Yeah.
I had a Akai S3000 sampler. I had an Ensoniq sampler. Sampler sequencer. There was a sequencer also. You can just one keyboard. You can put floppies in and samples. So you can make an whole track with one workstation. Yeah, workstation. That's right. I had a compressor limiter. I never knew how that thing works. Still don't know how it works. I had a mixer. I think that's maybe in a reverb thing or something.
Yeah. So do you still have some of the old equipment?
Only my mixer.
And the rest is all gone?
The rest is all I gave it away.
Oh yeah.
You know too.
Okay.
Also.
Oh yeah. So how did you make the synths?
With the North lead.
With the North lead.
That's the main lead. That's almost clear in the name of the DJ track.
Okay.
It's the North lead was so strange. If you turn a knob, your whole sound is gone. So
Mhm.
you
have to be very careful.
You be very careful. I had to put something on top of the knobs so I don't change any knobs.
Don't touch it.
When I had the right
Yeah.
sound for the break melody or whatever.
So what was the most difficult part of the production?
In that North lead melody, there's only that little sound weep. When the melody is playing, and then you hear the pitch a little bit like wee. I have worked on that for maybe 2 hours to get it right.
Okay.
Because I was not satisfied with it. With the pitch, I could draw it in the Cubase because I had a Cubase version 2 or 3. I don't really remember which one. On an Apple computer. I don't know if you could sign it, draw it in or whatever. So I re-recorded every time with the pitch till I was satisfied with the stupid little thing, and I was so. I wanted to have every sound right, for my feeling. Because in the end, you make music for yourself and then bring it out and see if people will like it.
So when you finished the track, did you already have a feeling that you made something very special?
No, I was really happy with it, and I thought, if it comes out, and I knew it came out anyway, because I was produced at Mokum. When I sent something, it's cool, put it out. But it was also before I was finished, and I wanted to record it on a DIT, did a digital audio tape. It's like a cassette, but then on a high quality.
Better quality.
Yeah, better quality. So you can press it right off the DIT tape to a record if you want. And I press record straight from my equipment to the DIT recorder. So it's the best quality anyway. Yeah. And I thought, I have to put. But the first time I recorded, I was like, okay, record it again. But I want to put a little more bass on the kick, from my mixer. But I was not. I know my studio on my thumb, so I don't really have to look what I have to do on the EQs. But I took the wrong EQ, and that was you have low, mid, and high. But on my mid, there's also an extra knob to push the mid a little bit more. And we call it mid sweep. Produce this. I took this knob and I thought I'd turn the bass a little bit more bass, and then on the kick I took the wrong one, the mid sweep, and I heard bang 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 bang. I was like, the fuck, dang dang dang. I said, oh fuck.
Yeah.
What's this? I got chills. I re-recorded.
Yeah.
And I did 3 more recordings on the DIT, but with hands on the kick.
Yeah.
Just playing with my feeling with everything that's going on. That's the only thing I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, what's this?
So that was a good accident.
It's a happy accident. Like
exactly. Yeah. Oh wow, that's cool. Oh, I had no clue. That's cool.
And a lot of people thought I used a shitload of bass drums. the kick.
Mm-hmm.
There was only one kick.
Only
It
one
was,
kick.
was the mid sweep.
So it's not like layered kicks or something?
No.
No, okay.
It was one kick and that's it. I was like, wow, I found something unique.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I was not the first one, of course. It was Mark Arcadi Payne did with the distortion.
Yeah.
But this was a bit different because the kicks sounded like a melody. Something different.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And I sent it. I brought it to the Mokum Records, and they went nuts.
Yeah.
They were like, "Wow, what's this?
Yeah,
brand new."
So they were straight away like, "Okay, we're gonna release this."
Yeah, but I had 3 other tracks also.
Yeah, because on the EP there's like 3 other tracks. Yeah.
I think all the tracks were good.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe this gonna last 2 or 3 months. The record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we're 30 years later now, and
30 years later, it's like what the.
Yeah. So what did they say about like the samples you used? Because
nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. We didn't clear anything.
Okay.
Thanks for the samples. Roxanne Santé, Public Enemy, Mentronics.
Yeah, I think I wrote them down. Just let me see. What do we have here?
People know the samples anyway.
Yeah, it's like sample.com.
Whosample.com. You can find anything you want.
Oh, yeah, Tila Rock, Beastie Boys. Then you have the Public Enemy and Wish Doctor, Rush Hour.
Yeah.
So do you remember which DJs played like name of the DJ when it came out?
I think every DJ that had a turntable.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I think everyone.
Yeah.
I gave a lot of white labels to so many DJs, and they were hooked. They played it in every set.
So this was in 1995, and then in 1997, Name of the DJ got re-released with new remixes from people such as Bosphos, Obsession, and Dano. Did you pick the remixer, or was this like done by the label?
Nah, I knew everyone, so it was easy to. Some came like, I want to do a remix. Okay, no, do it. I had all the samples anyway. And I gave him a copy of that tape with the samples.
Yeah. So they could remix it.
Remix it. Do whatever you want. And
so during the years, there have been more remixes of Name of the DJ from the likes of Human Resource, Neophyte, Tellurian, The Speed Freak, and also Rob Fabri, aka Headbanger. So do you have a favorite version of Name of the DJ yourself?
There's so many remixes. There are also fan remixes, also on SoundCloud. The one I was so the Bosphorus remix. That was so close to the origin. Mm-hmm. I was really impressed by what
he did.
Yeah, but he's such a great producer.
So which version do you play in your own sets? If you have to do a set now?
Now I'm playing the remix from Wicked X66.
Yeah, the new remix.
Yeah, it's also getting very close to the original. It's a fun remix. It makes me happy to play it. I don't know what it is.
Because I was doing research, I was like, okay, this remix came out like in April, and now it's early May. So I was like, oh, they made this remix for the 30th anniversary of Name of the DJ. But you told me like, oh, I didn't even know.
I didn't even know it was 30 years already. Because I played at every party, and even if I'm at home, people send me videos from parties where they are. Where they are.
Yeah, where they hear the track.
And they send me the video of the track that other DJs are playing.
Yeah,
I'm getting a big smile again.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, super cool. I mean, like after 30 years, you just said like, you thought like, oh, this track will last like 3, maybe 4 months, and and here we are 30 years later.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah,
it keeps fresh, and there are so many new generations of kids growing up and going to the parties now because they're old enough to go.
Yeah,
they hear it from their parents, and
Yeah, there's still like new people discovering the track.
Yeah, and it's so cool that young people are listening to early hardcore, what we call early hardcore now. And they're crazy about this music. It's new for them, of course. So it keeps going. And a lot of young people are coming to me at parties like, yeah, I really love your track. And the kids 18 years old and like, wow.
They weren't even born when you released the track. Yeah. That's funny.
Nah, that's so cool to hear.
Yeah. So what is your favorite memory when it comes to the release of Name of the DJ?
Oh. I have no clue. I played it everywhere. People went absolutely nuts on the dance floor. Like you felt the energy. You felt that everyone was looking. Like, what's this? This is new.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Created something new.
Yeah.
And the fun thing after that, other producers starting to copy or try. So I didn't care because.
Yeah, you made the original. Yeah.
Not even that, but copy me. Yeah. I don't care. When you copy me, you make hopefully good records, so I can play those records again in my sets. So my set's getting better.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah. So was music a full-time job for you already at the time?
Yeah. Not before. Before my first Mokum 3 came out, the Freedom EP, I was a courier in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
On a motorcycle.
Nice.
To bring pictures, advertising pictures from where they shoot the advertisement pictures to the shop where they develop
everything. Oh yeah.
And I made so much money after this Mokum 3. It was a big hit also.
You were like,
I was like, adios. I'm going full-time music because.
Yeah. Cool. So you're active in the scene for a very long time already. Of course, not only as a producer, but you also played all over the world as a DJ.
Yeah.
You performed at legendary parties such as Mayday, Thunderdome, Hellraiser, Masters of Hardcore, and many others. I'm sure you have some good stories about crazy, weird, or fun things that did happen on tour. So is there anything that you can and want to share?
You got a month?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, my memory is not so good because in the 90s there was a lot of drugs, alcohol, so memory loss.
Oh yeah. So now you forgot everything.
Error.
Yeah. But did you ever forget to bring your records or something like that, or?
No.
Okay.
No. No.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, sometimes I walked out of the house and forgot my shoes or
something like that. Yeah.
That sort of things. But now we did some crazy things. I don't gonna tell any names. But we always ended up like just on the edge before the police came or whatever, you know. And we had funny parties like police came in Switzerland. I was with Tellurium and other guys. And they turned off the sound on somewhere. And the whole crowd, a few thousand people, started to sit down on the ground just out of protest to the police. But I checked and I heard my monitor speakers were still having power. Mm-hmm. So I turned the speakers to the crowd and then full on, and the people started jumping again.
Okay, yeah.
Then the big bouncers came and took the needles off the record players and that sort of shit.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
And yeah, I have so many stories to tell.
Yeah.
And forgot a lot. Sometimes I hear stories from my friends. I was like, oh shit, I did that.
Yeah, was I there? Yeah. So I recently saw on your Instagram that there was a fan who got like a cool Chosen Few tattoo. I think it's safe to say that you have like a lot of diehard fans.
Yeah, that was so awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, man. it's unreal.
Yeah, like what do you think when you see something like that?
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah.
It's like wow.
Yeah, because I think there are a few people who have like tattoos of Chosen.
Yeah. I saw some. And there was a girl who showed me on the leg the CF logo, the Chosen Few logo, and I was like,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, I think you feel
it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
there are quite a few people who have Chosen Few logos tattooed on their body. But even before there was internet or mobile phones, they showed me. I never had a camera with me. So since the 90s already, it's unreal and crazy to see it. But I'm so happy. Such cool fans.
I mean, like, yeah, your music must mean like a lot for them.
Yeah, otherwise they can do it.
Yeah, indeed.
I'm so happy that I can make people happy with what I'm doing.
Yeah. So you're still releasing new music. Can we expect any new Chosen Few tracks soon?
Yeah, I'm really working hard now. But I'm I'm doing like 3 projects a day. Like the school, save it, and I will finish it later. And then working on some other melodies or whatever, kicks, save it, other track. And I think, I'm gonna finish tomorrow, and then I'm working on something else. But I have so many projects in my DOS standing now, like 30, 40 or something.
Yeah, that are not like finished.
Not finished. So now I'm in the stage like I'm checking everything. If I still have the same feeling, the excited feeling about melodies, and if it's working, I've still that vibe, like this is cool, I'm gonna finish that. Yeah. So maybe in a few months.
There will be a lot of new music, hopefully.
Yeah.
Cool. So is this mainly like Chosen Few music, or do you work on other project names as well?
At this time, I'm really gonna do Chosen Few, because I did the remix for other people and nothing for myself, you know. I want to make music now on Chosen Few and then the remix later. It's not fun anymore to do only remix.
It's more fun to work on your own stuff.
Yeah, and a few collabs.
Yeah. So speaking of collabs, what can you tell something already? What's in the works?
I'm gonna do a collab with the little rookie Tigo. Tigo, that's a young guy, 18 years old. He's really drawing fast in the scene. People know him already. Wicked XXX. I worked with him before, but when I have an idea and I send it to him, I get a full finished track back in 3 hours or something. Mm-hmm. He's too quick. But we're gonna do another one.
Nice.
And more stuff, more producers coming up.
So what is your personal favorite production or remix from yourself?
Damn.
You did a lot, so I guess it's not easy to choose.
No. Oh, that's really hard. I did one in the 90s for DJ Obsession from Switzerland. That was a really cool one. It was Burn City Hardcore or something, I think. Not sure. I did one for Rob Fabry. That was not so long ago. He released on vinyl also on his album. Yeah, he liked it so much. He put it on his album. So.
Or was it like on Wax Weasel or like a headband?
Yeah, the Wax Weasel album.
Yeah.
What's the name again?
Yeah. We're gonna look it up later.
Yeah. I forgot the name.
So is there still something on your bucket list music-wise?
In what context?
Yeah, like, I mean, maybe you want to do a collaboration with someone, or maybe you want to do a remix for someone, or like there's maybe okay, I really want to play in this country, or...
I've been everywhere. I have no idea. Country, I don't know. Producer? I have no idea.
No clue. Okay.
No clue.
Okay.
Really no clue.
So, and what kind of music do you listen to in your spare time?
Pooh. Most of the times I listen to a lot of music is when I'm in the airplane, especially long trips like Australia or Los Angeles. I listen to everything I downloaded on Spotify before.
Yeah.
Then it's Stevie Wonder or Rihanna. Soul music, especially soul music from the 70s.
Like a Motown sound?
Well, yeah. Not Motown, what's Stax?
Stax, yeah.
All those crazy cool stuff, that funky soul from the 70s.
And then you probably listen like, oh, maybe I can sample this.
Yeah, but I have all the original records on the Addict. So no, I got all the samples already. I know all the records because in my sample type before, when I made hip hop, I learned so much about all these artists. That's the best learning.
Yeah, exactly.
To listen to all the records and how they made it, and you learn a lot of tricks to produce music yourself when you're sampling.
Yeah, but I also think, because I'm not a producer, but I hear from like a lot of producers when they listen to music, they say like, I cannot listen like in a normal way to music. I'm always listening like,
that's my problem.
How did they make this? Like,
That's not my problem. My problem is on the parties, when you talk to someone and you're enjoying the DJs who is playing, and you're talking with someone, it's like, yeah. That's when a DJ made a little mistake that nobody is, but when you DJ yourself, it's like, fuck. I hate it.
Yeah.
I cannot listen normally. Like, of course I enjoy it, but when you make mistakes yourself when you're playing, you're like, fuck. Nobody is it, only you. When I'm finished, I go to my girlfriend or my friends. I say, a little mistake there. Yeah, we heard it, but people don't.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. And the last question, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
No for you?
No, of course not.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Alright, that was it. This week's vlog, my interview with François Prijt and the story behind Name of the DJ by Chosen Few. François, thanks a lot for your time. Much appreciated. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and very important, make sure to subscribe. Also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.